Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is The Love and Odd. Today we are going to do a comparison video of Marvel Legends and S.H.Figuarts Wolverine. Now, this one is a reissue from X-Men 97, which it was a fun figure for its time, but this is the Deadpool and Wolverine by S.H.Figuarts, which is, my goodness, beautiful. And before I continue with this video, he does come with these relaxed hands. I wish he could have had his fist hands or just claw hands. Anytime an action figure is in the box, I either like them with their fist hands or a gripping hand. But when it comes to Wolverine, claws or fist hands. But either way, it's not a big deal. For this Wolverine, he came with his claws. So, not bad. Not bad. So, I have a lot of things to say for both figures. Good and bad, good and bad. But that's okay, ladies and gentlemen. I want to make this video to see which Wolverine you want to get. If you don't want to get the Gamerverse, that's fine. The Gamerverse Wolverine, which is still a stupid fucking name. Really, Gamerverse, whatever. It's still a good-looking figure, but my goodness, that Gamerverse Wolverine looks so fantastic. But I'm going to skip on that because it's a 2-pack, and I don't go crazy for 2-packs. But either way, here we go. Let's talk about 97 Wolverine, or you could just call it the comic accurate classic Wolverine, because, I mean, basically that's it when you think about it. So right off the bat, on the face sculpt, it looks nice, but then we look closer right here on the nose, in the middle part, it's not painted right. It's not painted right. I'm sad to say that. On the box, on the comics, cartoons, it's always yellow down here and no little black marks right here. There's no cuts. It's supposed to be one yellow strip down. And I don't know why. They just couldn't do it. I don't know why. But either way, let's go continue with some of my problems. The arm sculpts. They look fine. But when you look closely, that looks weird. You get little tiny arm hairs, which, here's the thing. I like it. But not as much as I was hoping for. Because here's the thing. You could either sculpt them and paint them, or don't paint them and not sculpt it. I would rather not having them sculpt it and just use a little paintbrush or whatever, and then just make little lines, whatever. They could have done that, but instead they just want to say, let's go through the miles away, and actually, let's not try anymore, guys. Let's just sculpt it. Let's not paint it. There we go. We paint everything else, but we're not going to paint the arms. I mean, they could have just done like a little dirty, like just make it dirty, whatever, but it really bothered me. And of course, little smudge of paint right here, a little smudge of paint right there, and a little smudge of paint right here. It's just his skin color, but again, it really caught me off guard because it's supposed to be blue. By the way, the blue, let's talk about that. It's supposed to be, the blue looks nice, but it's not accurate to the packaging or to the cartoon or anything. The blue looks good, but it's supposed to be way more brighter. It's supposed to be more bright and colorful, even though, yes, the blue looks nice and I guess bright enough. But either way, he looks good, but I still have some problems. Now, when we do the splits, this paint job right here, very sloppy, if you could tell. Very, very sloppy. They almost try to make it nice and even and straight, but then they just screw it up. But of course, when you're going to have him standing, you're really not going to pay attention to that, so who cares? And then the knee joints. Man, the joints, posability is fine. It's good. The kneecaps, though, completely different color. If you look closely, this color is way more brighter than this color. Brighter, less bright. I don't know. It just looks like the figure is just slowly losing its color. Looks like it's just getting so old. It's got a crust, but nope. No, it's just how it is. That's how it looks. It looks very weird. Kind of off-putting. But yeah, either way, pretty good Wolverine figure, but he's not the best. Now this Wolverine figure I like a lot, way more. But again, people are gonna have their own opinions, and I want to give my honest opinion. Now this one, a nice head sculpt. Now here's the thing: I know people say it doesn't look like Hugh Jackman. Some angles it kind of does to me. But if it wasn't based on Hugh Jackman, wasn't based on anyone real, if it was just based on Wolverine, and let's say he came out straight from the comics, has his accurate height, everything, he would probably look like this when you think about it. Not Hugh Jackman. Don't think of Hugh Jackman. Don't think of any real person. Just think of Wolverine, come straight out of the comics, and he looks like this in real life. I could kind of see that. I could kind of see that. It doesn't look bad. I think sculpt-wise, it doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look like Hugh Jackman. Do you get what I'm saying? Sculpt-wise, pretty good. Accuracy to Hugh Jackman? Fuck no, it's not accurate to him. I gotta be honest. Then the wings right here, his little wings, looks pretty good. But again, it's supposed to have some, it's supposed to be a little dirty more than clean. So of course they need to have some silver on the little lines right here and some silver around it, just a bit, and to make it look more worn out and dirty. But either way, still, he moves pretty good. The colors to this looks pretty nice. I mean, even on the packaging, let's look at the packaging. I would look at the package of the 97 one, but I don't have that anymore, so I'm sorry. So bear with me now. So this packaging, you get a lot of more stuff than the 97 figure. I know people were complaining about some accessories that he really didn't have a lot of accessories. And I did have some of my problems too. But when you look closely, it's kind of... He looks more brighter in this image than what he does in the movie. So, if you look closely, my God, he looks more brighter and colorful. He kind of looks like the Marvel Legends Deadpool Wolverine figure. And I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of that Wolverine figure at all. I really dislike it. There's a lot of problems I have, but right here, talk about these two Wolverine figures. So it looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Very nice. But more accurate than what they did here. Because like I said, if you look at the movies or look at photos, it kind of looked like this. But of course, if you want to say fuck it and use paint or whatever, make him look battle damaged, which I will do for a customization, but I'm not going to do a video about it. Either way, I'm pretty excited to do that. But he looks very nice for what he is, for what he looks like in the movie. I know Mayfix, they dropped a new photos, and they had the Hugh Jackman head sculpt, 3 Wolverine heads, with his mask on, I mean. And my goodness, it looks very phenomenal. But of course, this figure on sale, it was like $66, so I got it for a good price. And without the sale, it's like 70 bucks. So you want to get a figure that's 70 bucks or a figure that's 25 bucks, or wait next year to get the Deadpool Wolverine figure by Mayfix, and that shit is going to be $115. Don't get me wrong about expensive figures, but I'm fine with this completely. I'm going to pass on that. Even though with the Mayfix, he had replaceable arms with no sleeves. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. He was more battle damage, but hey, I'm fine with this for what it is as a nice, clean Wolverine. Now, I do have some problems, like right here with the little paint smudge with Mayfix. You know how they are? They always tell you, watch out with the paint. It could worn off. Why the fuck does it do it? S.H.Figuarts, get your shit together. Oh, I do not like that. Paints should not be worn off and taken off like that. No, just leave it. Leave it. They could have easily just done like a whole battle damage, and then I wouldn't even notice that little paint. I don't know if y'all guys could see it, but that's fine. Some angles I can, some angles you can't. But man, he looks very accurate to what he did in the movie. Nice, tall, not short like Wolverine in the comics. So of course, they did make a joke about that with Comic Accurate Short King or whatever. So he looks pretty good. Now let's talk about accessories wise. Accessory for the 97, he comes with his unmask, and then he comes with a Logan head sculpt, and then 2 fists, and that's about it. While these fists, he already comes on with them. So again, it looks good, but man, I'm surprised to say I like the Logan head sculpt way more. We're also gonna just switch the claws out, switch him completely. All right. So I was very much surprised that I actually liked the Logan head sculpt, because it kind of took a while for me to like it, because I was like, I don't know, something about it. But then when you watch the 92 X-Men original series or the 97, it's like, yeah, I could kind of see it. It's just he needed some shading right here. Now, I got the whole it's different look on, but the mask, it really doesn't help. Because look how it just jumps on back and forth. This is a piece that they've always been using for every Wolverine figure, and I wish they would rather use a different piece, try to make something new. Because again, I'm like, really? Just I don't know if it happens to other Wolverine figures. Alright. Cool, I guess. Either way. Unless you could have him looking up. It will put it down, but like for this side, it would still look weird. I don't know. I'm just not a fan. Not a fan at all with this little hooded piece. I guess you could call it. It's a mask, but it looks like a damn hoodie. But okay, looks good. Head sculpt wise, looks very beautiful. Looks very fantastic. Looks like Wolverine in the '97 show. I haven't watched it yet. I'm just rewatching and finishing X-Men '92, so let me take my time. So either way, he looks pretty good and very phenomenal for a Wolverine figure. So not bad. Well, this one, the Hugh Jackman one, he comes with an angry head, but no Hugh Jackman head. I know they probably had to deal with some licensing issues, because that's how it is with some people with their likeness, and I'm like, okay, that's understandable. Then we got two claw hands, well, two pairs of claw hands. One of them is open. This claw's out. So you get two of those fists, or hands. And then you actually get the fisted claw hands, but, well, of course, with this claws out. So, and then you get a, I guess more, kind of looks like basically kind of looks like this hand sculpt. Yeah, it's basically the same thing, actually. I don't mind that they give us, like, two hands. Some relax. Well, these are relaxed. These are, like, more attack. I guess you could say, like, running at you. I don't know. But either way, they don't look bad. And then, of course, you just get his fist. Very nice. Now, with the Wolverine, he comes on with his relaxed hands. Like I said, I would rather have my figures come with fist hands or just the claw hands for any Wolverine figure. With other figures, they would have fist hands or a gripping hand, and I'll be fine with that. But when it's like a hand that looks like you could use as an extra accessory, I would rather have it in the package, much so. So, again, get so worried about taking these hands off, because my goodness, with S.H.Figuarts, never had like a hand broken, but it just feels like it. So gets so scary. So since he didn't have his claws out, let's actually just have his claws out. There we go. Claws out. Very nice, very nice. And you know what? Let's do open claw. See? So with this one, you get... I know people were complaining, oh, but with this Wolverine figure, you don't get a lot of accessories. And I get it. I get it. No worries. I wish he came with an alcohol and one gripping hand, or have the alcohol just sculpted with the gripping hand. But either way, he looks pretty good with the angry head and with the claws out. So, of course, I want to use different hands. I could have just put on these hands without the claws, but it's the same sculpt. And I could have just put on the fist hands, but it's the same sculpt, but without the claws out for both of these hands. So they look very nice. They look so beautifully well done. They look very shiny. Way more than this, because it just looks gray piece. There we go. Boom. Doesn't come off. Very good. These don't come off. Doesn't feel like it, but my goodness, they look pretty good for what it is. So you get a wonderful, good-looking angry head sculpt. And I know it doesn't look like Hugh Jackman, but like I said, if it's just Wolverine, if he came out of the comics, looked like a real person, if he was at least short, but of course it's Hugh Jackman, so he's tall, he would probably look like this, minus being tall. But he would probably look like this with his face looking like that, and I could kind of see it. So again, it looks pretty good for what it is as the angry head sculpt, as a head by itself. Not saying as a Hugh Jackman head, as a Wolverine head, and as sculpt perspective. It looks very good. So, of course, some of y'all might have some differences in opinions, and that's fine. And with his shoulder pads, oh my god, crap. Just. Holy shit. Again, this happened last time when I did that review. You can see his shoulder pads could easily come off. It's not broken, has a little ball right here. And you just move it. While with this one, you could also take it off, but there's 2 pegs. So there's already 2 pegs in. And they put on very, very easily. You hear that snap? Snaps on easily. This one doesn't even snap. You would just have to feel it. And, oh, it feels pretty good. So, what am I gonna tell you what to get? Like I said, if you don't want to listen to my opinion before I tell you, you don't have to listen. You could just buy any of these figures, that's fine. To me, I would rather buy the S.H.Figuarts Deadpool and Wolverine figure himself. Yes, I know they have the Mayfix, I know they have the Gamerverse, but I would pass on the Gamerverse, and I would also pass on the Mayfix since it's more expensive. And for the Gamerverse, don't mind the Wolverine, but not a lot of accessories, but a good-looking figure, but with another figure, Silver Samurai, that I don't care about to get. So, either way, yes, this is a winner to the S.H.Figuarts. He moves really well with some poses, and he also moves pretty well. Both of them move pretty well. Limited, and I guess I could say unlimited? I don't know. There's some poses you could do and some poses you can't. But for these two, yeah, the Wolverine figure right here wins by a mile. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this video. My name is The Love and Odd, and I hope y'all guys have a wonderful day, wonderful morning, a wonderful night, afternoon, anywhere you live in this big, crazy world. And I hope y'all guys have a wonderful time. Thank you, and I'll see you guys again. Goodbye.